Hey, this is Yasin Noor, founder and CEO of Asendai. And if you're a business owner or if you own an agency and you're looking to scale your business and get more leads for your business, then this video is for you. We built Asendai, which is an AI-based automated software, and it can get you help leads and customers on a daily basis automatically via Instagram DMs. It's like Instantly.ai, but made specifically for Instagram outreach. It's a very simple tool. It's very powerful, and it's already being used by more than 100 businesses worldwide. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to get started with Asendai, step by step. It's going to take you less than 10 minutes to get started. And the best part is, it's only going to cost you $29 per month. So without any further ado, let's get started. All right, so the first thing that we need to do is we need to go to asendai.online and sign up for an account. So the way you do that is go to asendai.online. Then we're going to click on login, then click on sign up and fill up this information here to actually sign up. So once that is done and sign up, we can select how we actually heard about Asendai. We'd appreciate if you fill this out. Once that has been done, you can select your plan. So as you can see here, we have a 7-day free trial. And as I mentioned, you can also get started for as low as $29 per month, which gives you 75 DMs per day, which means that you can send around 2,200 something DMs per month. So if your leads are very, if you're basically the people that you're DMing are very targeted and your offer is good, if you're sending out around 2,200 DMs per month, you can actually expect to get around 5 to 10 clients at least per month. But if you'd like to see better results, of course, you can go with the higher. So I'm going to be subscribing to this plan here today, which actually gives you unlimited DMs per month. So let's come here. You can fill out your information here. And if you have a promo code, you can actually apply that here as well. So I'm actually going to give you a promo code here, which will give you 5% off of any plans on Asendai. And the code is Ascendant5. And once the coupon has been applied, we should see a reduction in price. So yeah, as you can see, it has been applied. And once you fill out the information, you can proceed with buying the software. To the plan, you can download by clicking on the download button. Depending upon on which operating system you are, you can select. So I'm on Mac right now. So I'm going to select on Mac. And I'm going to download this. So let's finish downloading and let's open the file up. So I already have a copy. So let's drag this here. And you might face this issue on Mac. This is because this is, a third-party software. So in order to install this, you need to give the Mac permission to actually installing software from any source. And for that, what we're going to do is we are going to go to terminal and then you are going to paste this code here. You can find this code actually in the description of this video. And you can press on then enter. Once that is done, you type in the password. All right, so it's disabled now. So once you have done that, what you're going to do is we're going to actually go to settings now. So you have to come in settings and you will find privacy and security down here. And let's scroll down. And from here, we need to select this option. So the code that we just ran, this is not allowing us to see this option. You will not find this option if you did not run the code in the terminal that I just showed. So select on this and yeah, once that has been done, we should be good to go. Now just go on to applications and open up Asendai. And we are in. If you're looking to send a high volume of DMs, then you are going to need many Instagram accounts. For example, if you're looking to send around 400 to 500 DMs per day, then you're going to need at least 10 Instagram accounts, because the rule of thumb is for Instagram accounts, you should not be sending more than 40 DMs per day. All right. So I'm going to show you how you can actually get those Instagram accounts for very cheap. So you can come to zetio.com, then go to accounts. And from here, I'm going to type Instagram. And from here, you can see we have a lot of sellers selling accounts. You can just go to anyone that we find fits our needs. For example, you can go into this and you can just, order how many you want and do it that way. And one thing that you should keep in mind is when you're buying these Instagram accounts, these are not going to be aged. Even though a lot of sellers say that these are aged, but most of the times these are not aged accounts. These are new accounts that were created 1 week, 2 weeks, or sometimes just 1 or 2 hours ago. So what you're going to need to do is you actually need to ensure that these accounts have been set up properly. So you need to log into these accounts. You need to upload a profile picture, upload some posts, and give it proper name and everything. And when you're actually sending out DMs, you have to start with a very low number of DMs initially. As I mentioned, the limit is 40 DMs per day for Instagram accounts. But when you're starting off, to warm up these accounts, you should only start sending 2 DMs, 3 DMs, or 4 DMs per day. And you should do this for 1 or 2 weeks, slowly increase the DMs. And once it has been, warmed up properly for 1 or 2 weeks, then you can slowly start ramping up the numbers by 25, 30, 40 DMs per day. It's crucial that you follow this. Otherwise, there is a very big chance that your Instagram accounts are going to be suspended or worse yet, banned. Alright, so along with your Instagram accounts, you will also need to use proxies because as I mentioned before, proxies are important. It will basically mask your real IP from Instagram. It will not flag the system by showing that same login from, the same device essentially. I'm going to show you a cheap proxy that you can get. So you can come to webshare.io and from here we can go to upgrade and go to static residential. And from here you can either select private or dedicated. Be sure that it's static residential because the proxies that you buy need to be static residential. And from here you can select a custom number depending upon how many proxies you need. Let's say you bought 10 accounts, then you're going to need only 10 proxies. And the bandwidth can be the lowest amount to 50 GB per month. And yeah, these options can remain the same that they are. So you can get 10 proxies for only $9.75 per month, which is very cheap. And once you have these proxies, you can go ahead and set up your accounts. So let's go to that stage now. All right, now let's have a quick overview of the app. So I have actually switched to Windows now, but even for a Mac, the process is going to be the same. All right. First of all, we have been running campaigns ourselves. We are using Asendai to sell Asendai, and you can actually see the metrics of this month from the dashboard here. So far using this account, we have sent this many DMs in total. 10 of them failed, and the total amount of successes is this. And here you can see the number of DMs that were sent today. All right. And if we go to this, the success list, this actually shows you the full success list of all the DM that were sent using this account. So you actually have a list of people that you have DM'd, which will actually help you in the future to avoid DMing the same person twice. All right, now let's have a quick look on how we can get started with Asendai very easy and start our campaign. So the first thing that you need to do is you need to add your login profiles here. So I am going to add just that. You can type in the username. For example, I'm typing this in and you can type in the password. And after that, press on the add button and this will be added. As you can see, I'm also going to just quickly go and add the other accounts as well. All right. And when we have added the login profiles, the next step is to actually add the profiles which you want to DM. Now there are 2 ways or rather 3 ways by which you can do this. You can of course type in the fields here yourself, but of course that is not recommended because it's going to take a while. Alternatively, you can add your own list of users in a CSV format, or what we're going to show now is you can just directly share a post link and scrape the likes from them. For example, I have a post of Alex Hormonzi here, and what I can do is I can just copy the post link and I can paste it here and I can write a number of likes that I want to scrape from this. So let's say I want to get 500. I click get, and as you can see, I have now 500 leads ready to DM. All right, now the next step is actually setting up the proxies. Using proxies is optional but highly recommended, especially if you're using multiple accounts to send your DMs, which we are now doing so because we have 4 accounts loaded. So it's highly recommended that we actually use the proxies. In order to do that, you can of course type in the fields here, or what I'm going to do here is I have the proxies here in this format, which you can get when you export.
And we have made it very easy because you can directly copy and paste it here and press the add proxies. One thing that you need to check is after adding the proxies, come to the proxy or anti-reject browsers and you'll see that the proxy numbers do not match the number of the login profiles. That is because we only have 4 accounts loaded, but we have uploaded 7 proxies. So we need to remove 3. So these are the 4 proxies which are now corresponded to these accounts. Also, if we go to the anti-detect browsers now, we actually see which proxy is assigned to which account. It is very important that you actually remember the order here and not change it, because this order determines which proxy is being used by which account, and you always you want to always use the same proxies and not change your IP or location, because that defeats the purpose of using the proxy in the first place. All right, now we are on the third and final step. Now we are going to send the messages. So we have now come to the send message page, and here we need to paste the Chrome executable path. Now, what is the Chrome executable? It's where your Chrome browser lives, or the application lives. Then it's very easy to find. All you need to do is just open up your Chrome browser, open a new tab, and type this command that I'm typing, chrome://version, and from here just copy the executable path which you see here. Okay, we need to write the messages which we are gonna send. So we support up to sending 4 different types of variants at the same time for you to A/B test. So I actually have 4 different scripts ready here. So let's just copy and paste them. I'm gonna paste this here, and I'm going to paste this here, and I'm gonna do the same for the others. All right, so I have added all the different variants here. All right, so as I mentioned, we are now basically selling SNDM using SNDM. Okay. So one thing you may notice here is, what is this? This curly braces name. Well, this is what we call a variable. We have precisely 3 variables available. So if we go to the profiles page and if we hover, we can see that variables. So we have a variable, which is the full name, and we have 2 other optional variables, which is called variable 1 and variable 2. You can essentially input any other thing that you message is more personalized. For example, if for variable 1, I had, let's say, a special video link or something, I would just write, variable, and we will have it here. Okay. But we are just going to use one variable, which is the name, to actually personalize the DMs. Once that is done, we are ready to go, but we just need to do one thing, which is we need to check the settings first. So we have a lot of different options, but I'm not going to go over what they do. But for now, you can just follow what I have here. So if you're using proxies, turn on multi-proxies. If you're using a variable like I am, turn on personalized DMs, and you should turn on remember login. All right. And message with following is an option which is enabled if you actually want to follow the accounts which you are messaging as well. So we are going to do that, and you can just follow their settings or copy the settings, and we should be good to go. All right, so before we start, let's just check everything once more. So we have the login profiles loaded here. We have 4 accounts loaded. We have the profiles which we want to DM loaded as well. We have 500 in total. We have the proxies loaded here, and our message looks good. The Chrome path is there, and the settings are what we want them to be as well. By the way, one thing I actually tweaked here is this browser count. So as I have 4 accounts loaded, so I have actually increased my browser count to. What this will do is open up 4 browsers at the same time, and each one of those browsers will log into each of those separate accounts and start DMing leads. So your speed is going to be 4. How cool is it? But depending upon how many browsers you're using, increase or decrease that. So I'm using 4 accounts, so I have the browser set. Everything looks good, so I'm going to close this, and now I'm going to press send, and let's watch the magic. As you can see, 4 different. So after hitting the send button, you actually don't need to do anything. The bot will log in automatically. As you can see, it's going to go to the profiles and it's going to take the actions and send them DMs by its own. So let's see this in action. You can see it followed the account because we had follow with messaging on, and now it's going to click on the message button. Yep. And it's going to type in the message. Made a mistake in the CSV file, which is why the name is appearing here. But let's just ignore that for now.
That's it. And one last thing I just want to mention is how you can actually filter out accounts which you have already DM'd. All right. So let's say you have this list. This is the list of the people you have already DM'd. And over here, you have the list of people you're now going to DM. You had 500 before, but it's now 499 because we just, DM'd one person. But let's say, just for demonstration purposes, we had this person, goodfaith.bookie, on our lead list. So let me see. All right. As you can see, it's now 500 again because I added that person who I already DM'd. And now if I click on the filter button here, you'd see that that account is going to be removed because the filter is going to look for if any of the accounts which are in the Professor DM list are also in the success list. And if it finds a match, it's going to remove that profile from the list. That is how you can actually filter out DMs or like profiles which you have already DM'd, so that you do not DM accounts which have already been DM'd. And yeah, as you can see, remove reflected profiles and it's back to 499. All right, and that was our video. I hope you found this video helpful and you can follow this tutorial to set up Asendai properly on your account and start your campaigns. And if you are facing any sort of issues or require help, please feel free to join our Discord server. You can find it from here. You can join our community there, and if you need help, you can open a ticket and our support team will be with you. So thank you.